I first saw this next young man, I want to say, when was it, Bryce? We were at when we were at Reggie Wins' camp.
Yep.
Shout out to my man Reg. Reggie Wins, my baby. He was like, hey, hey, Webb, you gotta come see my baby. Come see my baby. It's like, okay, I come check him out. He was playing receiver at the time.
Yep.
He's playing receiver, balled out at receiver. Balled out at receiver. So I thought the young brother was a receiver. And then they said, no, you got to come watch him at DB. It's like, okay, I'll watch him at DB. And you a D, balled out at DB. I was like, all right. Then I saw him pop up at Belleville, and he's doing it all. Killing dudes at DB. Knocking dudes out at DB. And then next thing you know, he's catching touchdowns. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm kind of thinking they need to throw this dude some more passes. He might need to go back to receiver. I'm talking about Elijah Dotson. Now, the one thing I feel bad about is there's a guy, and I almost shot him out just a little bit. You know, he's feeling a little bad down at Pitt right now. This is my dude. This is my dude. I'm sorry. I mean, they got good dudes down at Pitt, right? They got good dudes down at Pitt too. Did a hell of a recruiting job. He did a hell of a recruit. Archie, I love Archie. He might be a Sparty, but I love Archie. He did a hell of a recruiting job. And take no shorts. It wasn't because Archie didn't recruit. He recruited his tail off.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, it's one of those deals where if Michigan gives you an opportunity, hey, it's kind of hard to say no. And that brings us to our next guest, who I think is one of the baddest ball players. People assign him a position. I just call him a ball player. From Belleville High School, Elijah Dotson. Elijah, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Man, congratulations on officially becoming a Wolverine.
Thank you.
Man, I know it wasn't easy to flip on Archie, man. So I mean, I do want to shout Archie out a little bit first, and because you know when you flip, a lot of people might think it's because of what the other school didn't do or something they did do. But it wasn't like that, because I know he did a hell of a job recruiting.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Like my parents, we made sure we told them that like y'all didn't do anything wrong. It was just a better opportunity for me, like school wise, you know, academics, Michigan, top academics, you know, in the country. And then being able to play for your hometown, it's nothing like that. So they didn't do anything wrong. Michigan was just the option for me.
I hear that, man. So when I watch you play, like I said, I describe you as a ball player.
Right.
And here's what I like. I call it contact courage. Contact courage, man, because, you know, watching you on the field, I figure you might be 170.
175, 180.
175. You play like 205.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're sticking your nose in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's you coming down like it's 205. Yeah. They wouldn't know it. And so I appreciate that about you. Like you got that contact courage. So where does that come from? Who does that come from?
I say it comes from my dad. My dad played linebacker in college for Bowling Green. Y'all run the tape, y'all. See, he was knocking people out, but yeah, hitting is a mentality. So, you know, people look at me and be like, "Oh, he's not that big, he can't hit." But once I come downhill, it's hard to break a tackle for me. So, yeah, it's really just a mentality for me. I like to hit. You know, a lot of people don't like to hit even in the college level. So I can cover and I can hit. When I see the ball carrier, you know, I'm always looking to hit somebody.
So the other thing that I like is safety, nickel, corner, receiver. Like I said, man, it seems like every time I watch you play receiver, you're catching a touchdown.
Yeah.
So it's all of these different positions. And that's what stuck out to me. I was like, man, well, if I'm recruiting you, I'm almost telling you, hey, man, I'm not recruiting you at a position. Yeah. I'm recruiting you as a ball player, and then I figure it out. I don't know what Michigan said to you, but that's what I would have said. Yeah. What did they say? What did they say?
They said they're gonna start me off on defense. I mean, on at safety. So they're gonna start me off at safety. That's not gonna play anywhere in the secondary though. But they like my range, and they feel like that's the missing piece to their defense, safety wise, like the range. You know, Rod Moore is out, and then you know it's some other people, but just my range. They said they didn't have that, and that's kind of what they was looking for. And you know, I got that sideline to sideline range. So. Yeah, that was the biggest thing. But they was like, we're gonna start you off at safety, and then you can really play anywhere in the secondary. And then maybe offense. Maybe not this year, but maybe in a couple years.
Yeah, hey man, listen, if you can do it though,
If I can do it, why not?
why not? Right? Yeah, you shown you could do it, because that was the other thing. I was like, I mean, they kind of need the help. That was kind of what I was like.
Yeah, I don't got no problem playing receiver. I mean, I'll go get the ball. So.
Right, and you kind of have a little vibe with the quarterback now, right?
Yeah, we played the whole season together. So.
So that was the thing. So when did you first start to be like, yeah, Michigan? Because they were kind of hovering, but it wasn't always like you were.
It wasn't
listening.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was committed to Pitt. I was good, and then Michigan started coming in, and I didn't really. I had just committed. I'm like, okay, I just want to stay committed. I'm good. So my dad kept telling me like, you have to look at your other options. It's a business. You never know what's gonna happen. So I'm like, okay. So we declined going to the barbecue because they weren't really recruiting me that much. Then moving forward, they kept pushing. They came to our little showcase, the college showcase, and I had a great showcase. Coach Bellamy went back to DB coach. They started to put the pressure on. They never technically re-offered me. They said they didn't want to re-offer me because they didn't want to seem like they never wanted me. So they just kept applying the pressure. And then like, okay, come visit. I came and visited. I liked it. Then I came back again. Then I came on my official. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is the place for me. I decided to make that call. Let them know that I was decommitted, and help build the class.
There you go, man. And so you decided to go blue.
Yep.
Part of that, you got to connect with the guy who would be your position coach. So what about the vibe with Coach Morgan, man? What do you think of Coach Lamar?
Morgan, he a great man. Outside of a coach, when you go to college, you still a young man, and you need that role model for you still, like just to be able to teach you certain things. So outside of a football coach, he a great man. So, and then just being a coach, great coach. You see how he coaches them. He lets you make your mistakes, but he still is gonna correct it. But he's not gonna yell at you and pull you out because you made a mistake. He lets you learn from your own mistakes. So that's something I liked about Coach Morgan. Yeah, he's a great coach and a great man.
Yeah, and so you get in the fold, and immediately you start recruiting.
Yeah.
But the one you start recruiting the most is the dude you playing with, 19.
He right next to me. So.
Right next to you, man.
Yeah,
so
every day.
I mean, I'm sure you kind of had an idea of what was happening, what was going down, but when he officially said it's going down, what did you think? How did you feel?
I'm like, yeah, this is perfect. We gonna, let's take it over. We'll take it over, and yeah, it was exciting. We only got to play together for a year, so for us to continue and build our legacy together going to Michigan, it was nothing better than to hear that.
So you got a chance to play with him for a year.
Yeah.
Everyone sees the physical talent. They see the physical talent, but you got a chance to see him, the guy, the dude, the leader.
Yeah.
Take folks inside of what is he like as a teammate? What is he like as a leader?
He's a great teammate. I say the biggest thing about him, he's one of the people that I like to be around people that are like me, that like to work and like to put the work in. As soon as I got to Belleville, we were working out together every day, 2-3 times a day. So that was a big thing for me. I'm like, okay, he's not just naturally gifted; he works hard too. So we got to work hard together all the time. We go in the hills and running hills. Like people wasn't really doing that. That's why we the players we are now. He always ready to work. Hey Bryce, you trying to work out? Oh yeah, where we at? Oh, he asked me. We there. So just being able to be around somebody like that, it was great. And then in practice sprints, me and him always first and second every time. So yeah, somebody be able to push me. And then just on the defensive side, he's playing quarterback. I have to be that much better of a defensive back because I know he's gonna put the ball on the money. So I know I got to be right there. I know how to get my head around. I know I got to play through the hands because he's gonna put it right on the money. And then for him playing against the Division I DB, he knows he got to put the ball here. So we start trying to figure each other out. He had a one up on me one time. I had a one up on him. But yeah, outside of being a football player, he's a great person. Somebody I like to hang around. We talk all the time. We try to, not talk as much about like recruiting and football. We just talk about like life things. So yeah.
Speaking of life things, man, you don't get to this point. All right, you've been shouting out your dad a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, getting you all around camps, recruiting, the whole nine. The family support is what it's about.
Yeah.
You obviously have it.
Yeah.
What about that piece of it?
Yeah, I gotta shout my mom out too. My mom is a physical therapist, so she always been getting me right, making sure I'm stretching. She like, I used to be really tight. She like, if you don't stretch, you're gonna tear something. I'm like, okay. So I started stretching a lot. Going into my sophomore year, and then my dad on the strengthening part, and he knows what it takes to get there. He knows the reason he didn't get to the league, so he makes sure, he's always there for me, on and off the field. He was my coach at one point, but we stepped away from that because you don't want to ruin the relationship, like father and son relationship. Because after practice, you ain't do something right, then y'all arguing. He want to be the dad, so he kind of stepped out of that role of being my coach and just was more my dad, and then correct me when I want to be corrected because he know I got the coaches to do that. They put me in a position to be successful. Being at the schools I was at, and so we moved all the way. Had to move all the way to Belleville just for me to play. So they sacrificed a lot, and obviously I'm gonna get back to them. But yeah, my people was pushing me a lot.
Yeah, man, I know you got an announcement to get to. Or a ceremony to get to. Before you go, we talked about Coach Morgan. What about Coach Moore, man? Just the guy who you're going to play for now, your head coach. The vibe with him, the connection with him. What about Coach Moore?
Yeah, Coach Moore, he's a great coach. He was another person that's like, man, build this legacy, stay home. And he was just, pushing for that. And a lot of people hate on him, but he's really a great coach. And they'll see that over these next couple of years. His motto recently has been run with us or run from us. And everybody's gonna be running from us with this class. So Coach Moore is a great coach.
Yeah, well, Elijah, man, I can't wait. Man. Been talking you up as the most underrated player in this class. And so, man, I done staked my claim. I done slid my chips to the middle of the table on you. So, make me look good. So good luck. Congratulations on becoming a Wolverine. Lay out the calendar. What comes next? When do you get to Ann Arbor? What does it look like for you?
So I'll be getting on campus in the next couple of weeks. And then, I don't know the exact date yet. Still trying to figure all of that out, but I'll be there early. And then, we right to work. So
all right. Well, go have fun, man. Congratulations on becoming a Wolverine. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.